Stop guessing. Seriously, if you are still pausing for 3 seconds every single time you have to choose between do and make, this video is going to change your English speaking life forever.
It is easily one of the biggest headaches for English beginners and even intermediate students. You think to yourself, do I make my homework or do I do my homework? Do I do a decision or do I make a decision? Your brain starts translating from your native language. The gears start grinding, and suddenly you just freeze.
But it is actually incredibly simple once you understand the hidden pattern. Today, we're throwing away the confusing 50-page grammar rules from the textbooks. We are giving you a step-by-step, highly active routine that will help you master do versus make naturally, so you can speak with absolute confidence.
Yes, we have designed a complete blueprint that breaks down these two giant verbs using real-life examples you actually use every day. And if you stay with us until the very end, Speaker 1 is going to show you how to use a powerful 2-minute morning habit that will program your brain to use do and make automatically without ever thinking about grammar again.
I use that exact habit every day, and it is a total game changer. But first, let's look at the big picture. Why are these two words so confusing? It is because in many languages, there is only one word for both do and make. So when you try to translate in your head, your brain gets completely tired, and you experience what we call language fatigue.
Oh, language fatigue is the absolute worst. It's when your brain is just exhausted from translating every single word, and you feel like a slow robot.
Exactly. We want to build a direct, lightning-fast bridge from your eyes to your mouth. No translation allowed. So let's start with our first master rule. Write this down in your notebook. Okay, my notebook is open and I am ready. What is the secret of do? The word do is all about the process. We use do for actions, activities, jobs, chores, or repetitive work. Think about it this way. When you do something, you're not creating a physical object that you can hold in your hand. You're just performing an activity.
Oh, so like in the morning when I wake up and I clean my house, I am doing my chores. Or when I go to my office and type on my keyboard, I am doing my work.
Precisely, Speaker 2. You do chores, you do work, and you do exercises to stay healthy in the morning. You're focusing on the action itself. Even when you're being lazy and you decide to just sit on your sofa and relax, you are choosing to do nothing. Nothing is still the activity you are doing.
That is the best kind of activity. So do chores, do work, do exercises, and do nothing. I am just performing the action, and no new physical object appears. But what about make? How is that different?
Make is the exact opposite. While do is about the process, make is all about the result. We use make when we produce, construct, build, or create a brand new object or outcome that was not there before.
Oh, I see. So when I go to my kitchen and turn on the kettle to boil water, I am making a cup of tea or making coffee. The coffee wasn't there before, but because of my action, now it is.
Perfect example, Speaker 2. You make coffee, you make toast for breakfast, and you make a delicious dinner in the evening using fresh garlic and onions. You're creating something new that you can eat, drink, or touch.
Wow, that is a beautiful way to think about it. If I perform an action or a duty, I do it. If I produce a new result or a physical creation, I make it. But Speaker 1, what about abstract things? Like, we don't just make physical food. What about relationships or decisions?
That is where most students get stuck. But the rule still works perfectly. We use make for choices, plans, and relationships because you are creating a new state of being. For example, when you move to another country, you have to be brave, say hello to your neighbors, and make friends. The friendships didn't exist before, but you created them.
Oh, that makes sense. And when you are confused, but you finally choose what to do, you make a decision. Or if you write down a plan for the next day, you make a schedule. Exactly. And when things go wrong, which happens to all of us because we are human and not machines, you make a mistake. But as we always say, mistakes are just funny stories for later.
They really are. Like when I couldn't find the eggs at the supermarket and I asked the lady for chicken circles. I made a massive speaking mistake, but I still made a new friend because we both laughed so hard.
That is the absolute best way to look at it, speaker. You turned a mistake into a connection. And speaking of making connections, we want to take a quick second to say a huge hello to our incredible community watching this video right now. Yes! If this energetic, simplified breakdown is finally helping you stop guessing, do us a big favor. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a massive like. It helps our English learning family grow so much. It really does. And we have a special audience retention challenge for you today. If you are actively practicing with us right now, go down to the comments and comment the word decision. Let us know that you have made the decision to master your English today.
I love reading those comments. Okay, Speaker One. So we have the physical rules down. Do is for activities and work, and make is for creating results. But what about the tricky exceptions? The words that seem to break the rules?
Let's tackle the most common office and daily life exceptions so you can sound like a natural native speaker. First, let's talk about communication. When you pick up your phone, do you do a phone call or do you make a phone call?
You are creating a connection with another person, so you make a phone call.
Yes, you make a phone call, you make a promise, and you make a suggestion. But when you want to show someone that you care and you help them with their heavy bags, you do them a favor.
Do a favor.
That is a great one to remember. What about in the kitchen? We said we make food, but what about the dishes after dinner? Do we make the dishes or do we do the dishes?
You do the dishes, because washing the plates and using the sponge is a chore, a duty. You are not creating new plates, unless you drop them and break them, but let's hope you don't do that.
Oh, please no. I don't want to make a mess in the kitchen.
See? You make a mess, because a mess is a new chaotic result that you created. But then you have to do the cleaning to fix it. It all fits together perfectly.
This is brilliant, Speaker One. It feels like a puzzle where all the pieces are finally locking into place. But even with these great rules, when I am tired at night or running errands in a hurry, my brain still feels that language fatigue. How do we practice this so it becomes an automatic habit?
This brings us to phase 4 of our active routine, and my absolute favorite secret weapon, the 2-minute morning ritual. Visual graphic on screen reads, Phase 4, the 2-minute do and make morning reset. Speaker 2. I have been waiting for this. How does the morning ritual help me with do and make? Every single morning, the very first second you wake up, before you check your phone and before you look at social media, you are going to lie in bed for exactly 2 minutes. You are going to mentally plan your day in English using only simple do and make sentences. Oh, so I warm up my brain's engine before I even get out of bed? Exactly. You tell yourself, today is Thursday. First, I will do my exercises. Then I will make my coffee. After work, I will do the shopping. And then I will make a delicious dinner. Wow! In just 2 minutes, I have used both verbs correctly, connected them to my real life, and programmed my brain's operating system to think in English for the rest of the day. This is brilliant. It feels like a puzzle where all the pieces are finally locking into place. But even with these great rules, when I'm tired at night or running errands in a hurry, my brain still feels that language fatigue. How do we practice this so it becomes an automatic habit?
This brings us to phase 4 of our active routine, and my absolute favorite secret weapon, the 2-minute morning ritual.
I've been waiting for this. How does the morning ritual help me with do and make?
Every single morning, the very first second you wake up, before you check your phone and before you look at social media, lie in bed for exactly 2 minutes. During those 2 minutes, mentally plan your day in English, using only simple do and make sentences.
So I warm up my brain's engine before I even get out of bed?
Exactly. Tell yourself, today is Thursday. First, I will do my exercises. Then I will make my coffee. After work, I will do the shopping. And then I will make a delicious dinner.
Wow, in just 2 minutes, I've already used both verbs correctly, connected them to my real life, and programmed my brain to think in English for the rest of the day.
That's the goal. You're teaching your brain to use English as a real-life communication tool instead of treating it like a list of grammar rules. If you repeat this every morning, you'll stop translating and start speaking naturally.
That's incredibly powerful, and it doesn't even take extra time because I'm already lying in bed.
Exactly. No excuses. It's simple, fast, and one of the easiest habits you can build.
Well, time really flies when we're learning something this useful. I honestly feel like we finally mastered the difference between do and make.
I think so too. And I'm really proud of everyone who's been practicing with us throughout this lesson.
Before we say goodbye, we have a little challenge for all of you.
Head down to the comments and write 2 simple sentences about your day.
Write 1 sentence using do
and 1 sentence using make.
We read every single comment, and it's always our favorite part of the week.
And if this lesson helped you finally understand do and make, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the Everyday Words podcast, and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
Keep practicing a little every day.
Stay confident.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.